Few casino floors in Las Vegas match the elegance and sheer beauty of Main Street stations, which is criminally overlooked in my opinion. The beneficiary of a recent renovation project, I figured it was due time to stop in and check out their hotel. I booked a baseline Deluxe King Room on a comp, which at Boyd Gaming Properties takes care of the resort fee as well. So this was a completely free room for me. For those of you that aren't on a comp, this room starts at around $100 per night on weeknights, all in, and at around $200 per night on weekends. I received an email at about 3 p.m. letting me know my room was ready and that I could check in either via the Boyd Rewards app and use it as a room key, or at the hotel front desk. I'm a huge fan of mobile check-in, so I downloaded the app, which I saw was only rated 1.5 stars out of 5 in the Apple App Store, and I see why. I could not for the life of me figure out how to check in via mobile, and I'm a pretty tech-savvy guy. Anyway, I scrapped that plan and I walked into the hotel lobby to do my business face-to-face, and I'm so glad I did. Hotel lobby at Main Street Station is a stunner with dark, intricate woodwork, long train station style benches, antiques on display, which included historic slot machines. There wasn't a line to speak of, and I was on my way up to the room within a few minutes. The Deluxe King Room offers 400 square feet of space, and I was quickly struck by how solid the room felt. The carpet and finishes were clearly fresh, albeit not that fancy. I opened up the wooden blinds to find that I was on the Fremont Street side of the tower with views of Circa and Plaza. Because the room faced south, the blinds were needed to block the sun during the day to keep things cool, and the air conditioning unit also did an admirable job of keeping up with the heat. Furnishings in the room were clearly new and were in genuinely good condition. The TV also appeared to be new, and thankfully had a modern channel guide. Underneath the TV was an empty mini fridge, which always comes in handy. While the end tables on either side of the bed only had traditional outlets, the work desk offered both outlets and USB charge ports. My Fremont Street facing room was quiet throughout the night. However, I've heard that the freeway side of the hotel tower can be a lot louder. The bathroom was definitely on the smaller end of the spectrum in basic, although the illuminated mirror really popped. It was also exceptionally clean and offered dispensers with unbranded bath products. This was a rock-solid, comfortable hotel room. So what's not to like? When I do hotel room reviews, I get down on my hands and knees looking for scratches, dings, dents, and stains, and this was an immaculate room. The only two borderline things I could find was a fire suppression sprinkler head that was a little bit beat up and had some dust on it, and then there was some splatter on the bed frame below the mattress. I will point out too that the air conditioning unit sounded like a 747 jet engine at takeoff, mixed with the sound of some rattling nuts and bolts. I'm a big white noise guy, so it didn't bug me, but lighter sleepers than myself may want to take note. And then I touched on it briefly, but there are rooms at Main Street Station that are much more affected by noise from the highway and the train tracks that run past the resort than my room was. So there is a chance that you get stuck in a louder room than this one. Let's shift focus to the resort experience and start with the star of the show, the casino floor. And I don't care what you say, this is the prettiest gaming floor in all of Las Vegas. The Victorian-Era theme, it slaps, as the children are saying nowadays. There's legitimately something to see at every turn, including decorative woodwork, chandeliers, stained glass, decorative pillars, antiques strewn about, second floor balconies. This casino is gorgeous. Quick note about live table games. Main Street Station's pit is only open Friday through Sunday, but don't let that scare you away. California's table game pit is open 24/7 and is steps away via an enclosed walkway. On the topic of antiques, an extensive antique collection is distributed throughout the resort, which complements Main Street's overall theme. You can snag a map at the hotel front desk, which tells you where everything is and educates you on what you're looking at. The coolest antique in the joint, though, is a chunk of the Berlin Wall located in one of the men's restrooms. Ladies, you can check it out too. Just ask an employee or a male member of your party to poke their head in there to ensure the coast is clear. There's also an elevator on the casino floor that'll take you up to the second level where you can see Winston Churchill's snooker table. Main Street Station's Garden Court Buffet is the last buffet standing in downtown Las Vegas and has a lot of those intricate theming elements that were present on the gaming floor. It's also one of the cheapest buffets in Vegas, landing in the mid-20s for brunch and the low 30s for dinner. It's a blue-collar buffet that knows its identity, the type of place you get a lot of calories in exchange for a small amount of money. You will be wowed by nothing on the menu, but you also won't leave disappointed. The other dining option at Main Street is the 777 Restaurant and Microbrewery, where I got a French dip and French fries for the menu price of $16.75 and a craft beer. And craft beer is pretty affordable. You can get a 16-ounce pour for $6 and a 23-ounce pour for $7.50. Not bad. Lastly, there isn't a pool at Main Street Station, but guests are welcome to use the pool at California Next Door, which is steps away. Would I stay again? I've been a fan of Main Street Station for a long time, and I'm glad that I finally got to experience their hotel product. This was a solid, budget-friendly room that was clean, comfortable, and in my case, quiet. While my stay was complimentary thanks to my gambling activity within the Boyd Rewards loyalty program, I think it's well worth the $100 to $200 per night that it starts at. This hotel is definitely going into my personal downtown rotation of places to stay going forward.